Isn't it amazing to think that 35%, a minimum of 35% of elite professional athletes are struggling in the world right now? Isn't that incredible? Because we think of these elite athletes, right? Whether we're talking about, a football player earning 20 or $30 million a year, a basketball player, baseball player, whatever it might be. Oh my God, they've got it made. What are they complaining about? What kind of stress could they have with that kind of a money? But I am going to share with you some information from the American College of Sports Medicine, one of the areas that we go to in sports psychology to figure out what's going on in the world and how can we help athletes the most. And that's what their most recent study said. But I'm going to add a little bit to that. Hey, you're tuned in to David Essel Alive, Helping Americans Heal, the number one most positive podcast in this galaxy, right here on Buzzsprouts.com. We help Americans, we help the world, we help everyone. It's all about good news. And today I'm excited to share this because in my heart of all hearts, I love to work with the athletes. We work with people from every walk of life, obviously, but elite athletes are really struggling right now. And according to the American College of Sports Medicine, 35% are struggling with everything from eating disorders to depression, anxiety, financial stress, relationship stress, sleep issues, and more. Now, in our private practice with athletes of 43 years, we look at the percentage at about 60% of elite athletes are struggling deeply right now. And many times the reason they struggle is because they're afraid to get a black mark on their resume. If they go to work with someone from their own organization and the owners or the coaches find out they're dealing with depression or a separation from their relationship or child issues, or they're dealing with anxiety or sleep issues or eating disorders, which happens all the time, or maybe they're struggling with addictions to pot or alcohol or clubbing or whatever it might be, it is huge. And we look at it about 60%. Now, what do we do about it? That's the most important thing. And as a sports psychology coach, I can tell you that it's the same thing with almost everything else, is that we help the athlete find out what is their number one issue, because we only deal with one issue at a time. And then what are the solutions to help heal that issue? You know, there's been many, many individuals that have helped me as a sports psychology coach, like Simone Biles. When she came out a number of years ago talking about her depression was so great that she couldn't even perform at the Olympics, it opened up a doorway of athletes to get help. I remember interviewing the amazing diver, Greg Louganis, who told me about the most stressful Olympic event he was ever at, where he was going through a dive and he hit his head on the diving board, which required a numerous amount of stitches. And he sat there wondering, could he continue to compete? Does he have the strength, the confidence to go out there after hitting his head and having that in his memory and go out the next day and go for gold? And he did. That's mental toughness. That's mental awareness. But he questioned himself until he came to the conclusion that he could handle it. What about Kayla Harrison? An individual I interviewed several times who between the age of 9 and I think it was 14 was sexually assaulted by her own judo coach. And it was once she said to her mom that she was struggling deeply with depression as a young teenager, and her mom found out why. The coach was put in jail, and Kayla went on to become an Olympic gold medalist in judo. You know, we work with every athlete, every sport. What about Keith Mitchell? Oh my gosh. He was paralyzed on the football field. NFL All-Pro linebacker paralyzed on the football field, never to walk again. He's one of the leading yoga and health gurus in the world today. So we work with all kinds of athletes. You know, we have a pitcher that we're working with that struggled with depression because of the fact that he lost his fire. He lost his He lost so much of what made him a great pitcher. We helped him get it back. Right. And then in a new book we have coming out, Mental Mastery and Maximum Performance for Sports Athletes, we have individuals who have shared through a variety of different magazine articles or interviews with myself of how they prepared themselves financially when their event is over, when their playing days are over. We have stories about football great Ernest Graham and what he did, Russell Westbrook, what he's doing to prepare himself for after his playing days are over. So, you know, we have to really look at athletes as very similar to you and I. They go through the stressors of anxiety, separation from family, being traded when they didn't want to be traded, taking a second stance now. Maybe they were a starter for the first 5 years of their career, and now they're coming off the bench. Or what about the undrafted players that make it to the pros, the stress they go through, playing in other countries for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 years, before they can make it in the United States professional leagues. Listen, if you're a professional athlete or if you're an agent or a coach, even at the college level, contact me at talkdavid.com. We help elite college athletes prepare themselves to go into the pros. So any kind of situation that you have where there's struggle, let the athlete know. There is at least David Essel, along with so many other sports psychology coaches out there, that is here to help. My own background in athletics, when I played basketball at Syracuse University for 2 years, taught me so much about what it takes to play at the highest level possible. Allow my experience, my own personal experience, as well as my experience of 43 years of working with athletes, help you, help your team, help your coaches, help your trainers. We're here for everyone. All you have to do is go to talkdavid.com. And by the way, when you go to talkdavid.com, you can sign up for a free 20-minute discovery call on the phone with me so I can show you how I can help you the most. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Everyone goes through struggles in life. If you're an elite athlete, I'm here for you. I'm David Essel. You're listening to David Essel Alive, America's positive radio show, helping Americans and the world to heal. Until next time, it's all about good news with David Essel. See you soon.